What is brain plasticity? Brain plasticity refers to the ability of the brain to recover and reorganize after an injury. One way that plasticity may occur is through neurogenesis, or the growing of new neurons in the brain. It was once thought that neurogenesis was not possible, but now we know that in about 4 areas of the brain, neurogenesis occurs throughout the lifespan. The ability of the brain to reorganize and recover from injury varies across the lifespan. The young brain is very capable of recovering from injury, whereas the older brain seems much less so. Some of the most compelling evidence for brain plasticity comes from cases of hemispherectomy, where individuals have had an entire hemisphere removed due to extreme seizures. So hemispherectomy refers to the removal of an entire hemisphere of the brain, the left or the right. Rasmussen syndrome is a condition that affects children, and it causes severe seizures, up to hundreds per day, impacting quality of life. The treatment for Rasmussen syndrome, when it's very extreme, is hemispherectomy. When hemispherectomy is done when the child is very young, we can see that the children recover with a great deal of success. Sometimes one would not be able to know that the child has a missing hemisphere. There are 2 links on Canvas to a case study of a child who had the procedure when she was older, around the age of 6, and you can see that she has some deficits that persist. So, what are the examples for brain plasticity in humans? Number 1 would be the cases of recovery following hemispherectomy. Additional evidence for brain plasticity comes from studies of individuals who've had a limb amputation. Those who have had a limb amputation sometimes experience phantom limb syndrome. They actually feel the missing limb. It may be painful. It may have pins and needles sensations. There are several links on Canvas that provide us evidence for brain reorganization following amputation. This is the diagram of the motor cortex, and as you can see, the large regions that control the face and the hands. There is one case in the videos that show us an individual who lost their arm, and over time, sensations in his face came to be confused with positions in the missing limb. It was the first ever evidence for brain reorganization after amputation. A third source of evidence for brain plasticity is the third arm illusion, also called the rubber hand illusion. There are several links on Canvas that illustrate the third arm illusion. The image you see here is an example setup in which the third arm illusion can occur. The important point to keep in mind is what's changing during the third arm illusion for the participant is their body image, how they assign incoming feelings to various body parts. A fourth bit of evidence for brain plasticity comes from anecdotal accounts. One of the most compelling accounts that I've read is from Jill Bolte Taylor's first-hand account of her stroke. The book is called My Stroke of Insight. In her book, which was written about 8 years following her stroke, she describes how she continues to regain function even after that long period of time. That's all for now.